disgusted. I am shocked. I am appalled that Gemini was revoked. It is not fair. It is a sham. It is a shame and a beat in this company. And Gemini is not the #1 contender.
Gemini, again, had his title match revoked because he attacked the current champion. There was no reason for it. You know that.
He was trying to make a statement. He was trying to show
a statement in the ring against your opponent after the bell rings. You don't make it beforehand.
Where is Big Vito tonight? Big Vito is not here. He is obviously ducking. It is obvious that Big Vito is ducking Gemini.
Ducking him. Ducking him. Unbelievable.
From Kansas City,
showing some appreciation for their attendance here tonight at ACPW's new show, their first show of 2010. Is watching Corpse with both eyes.
Look at this face painted for Corpse, walking around like he's the top of the walk.
It's war paint. You know it's war paint. It brings it out inside of you.
Come on, how can you be so disillusioned? And this is the true #1 contender for the ACPW Championship. Not Frizzo, not Corpse. Gemini.
Earlier tonight. Perhaps Gemini is wearing that war paint as a reminder to himself of what Corpse did by attacking him earlier tonight. And look at him!
Look at that cheap shot! Look at that cheap shot!
Taking the big man out early. Frizzo, of course, may have been cooperating with each other there.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I must remind you
celebration has ended. A vicious clothesline from Corpse as Frankie Frizzo has landed on his back.
I must remind you that this match is no disqualification, so that obviously plays into the violent nature of Gemini. Don't piss that man off.
And Corpse is killing Frankie Frizzo with his forearms and a vicious chop to the chest. Oh, and Frankie Frizzo with a thumb to the eye.
Thumb in the eyes of course, legal in this match, but just as legal as a hip toss or a headlock or a wrist lock. But of course, Corpse wouldn't know a wrist lock from a wrist match.
Gemini comes in to bail out Corpse, attacking Frankie Frizzo.
Oh, listen to that.
Chop to the chest of Frankie Frizzo.
Sounded like a gunshot from the streets of early.
Vicious clothesline took off Frizzo's head. Gemini appears to be rather angry that he's been put in this situation.
And can you blame him? Can you honestly blame him?
Can you? Look at the ball slam. It is his own fault that he had power.
He's the #1 contender.
Removed away. No, he's not. He's not the #1 contender. He had that revoked, and you know why. It is his own self.
Well, then call me a prophet, because I'm making Gemini win this match. There's no way he loses this match. He is too driven, too determined to get his title back from Big Vito.
Corpse is down and we got covered. And a quick 2 count. Frankie Frizzo bailing out Corpse to keep this match alive and possibly to keep his hopes of becoming number one contender alive. A cover for Frankie Frizzo. And a kick out from the Corpse. I do want to remind everybody that after this match we will be taking a slight intermission. Oh, and a low blow. Hey. A low blow from Gemini. That, of course, is legal in this situation.
Really legal. And a man like Gemini, who's been in this business as long as he has, will use every advantage he gets. And that is why he makes a better...
I will admit to you, my friend.
And that is why he makes a better champion than Vito.
And Gemini's lined up. He's going for it. Oh. Gemini barrel rolls into that corner, killing Frankie Frizzo again. I don't know how Frankie Frizzo can possibly do anything else the rest of the match other than laying on the floor, writhing in pain.
Now, you know whose job I envy right now? I envy senior referee Malcolm Slick. He's only there to count pinfalls and submissions. He has no other job than count the 3 or count the tap. That's it. His job's easier than mine right now.
No rope count, no rope breaks, no rope counts, no count outs. It's all just pin or submission.
Anything goes.
Frizzo again getting destroyed in those corners. Oh, and a second barrel roll into that corner. Frankie Frizzo is down again.
Gemini did it better.
Gemini did it bigger, I will tell you that much.
Bigger is better.
The Gemini Corpse is taking this to the outside, leaving Frankie Frizzo the only person left.
Take it to him, Gemini. Take it to him.
Oh, Gemini with a stiff right fist to the face of Corpse.
He's going for a suplex on the concrete. That is concrete.
The suplex onto the concrete.
That is solid concrete. There is no give to that. And that is why he's the number one contender.
He's not the number one contender, not yet.
Well, sorry. Let me strike that reverse it. That's why he will be the number one contender. Because he will do whatever it takes to get his title back. Look at Frizzo. He's still in the ring. He doesn't deserve to be champion. He's not giving it everything. He's putting everything on the line.
I'm surprised he's actually able to get up after taking those 2 horrific barrel rolls into the corner.
You know what? If he was the champion, he'd be up by now.
Stiff right hand to the face from Gemini. Gemini calling for silence in the crowd.
Shut your mouth, Swift. Shut your mouth. That is like a South Philly gunshot.
He's calling for another. Oh. And Frankie's Frizzo's chest may be bleeding after that brutal chop.
That sounds like a drive-by right there.
If not bleeding, certainly right on its own. It is purple. His chest is purple from those attacks. Oh. And the big splash for a cover. And Frizzo kicks out after 2 counts. A 2 count, very close. Corpse is back in the ring trying to give somewhat of a reprieve to Frankie Frizzo. He's attacking Gemini. Gemini's back in the corner.
Now let me tell you another injustice that our esteemed commissioner has already made tonight.
And a vicious knee to the face of Gemini. Gemini may be out cold after that. But Corpse appears to be hurting himself from earlier. That vicious suplex on the side of the ring with that concrete. This is still hurting him.
Our esteemed commissioner has once again put Gemini at a disadvantage. His good friend, his teammate, Kwame, is banned from ringside. If Kwame shows up here tonight, he is fired from ACPW. That is an injustice. This commissioner is stepping way over his bounds in this match. Oh, beautiful! Wow!
And
Right on his face.
is down.
That should be all there is to it.
And a 2 count.
What a gorgeous move by Corpse. Wow.
It appears that Frankie Frizzo is taking most of the blood of this trauma.
And as he should. If he is a true number one contender, like you say he is, he should be able to take this kind of beating, get up, beg for more, and still walk out as number one contender.
So far he is doing that. So far he is standing up. He is getting up after brutal attacks.
Look at him, look at him. He's falling down all over himself. He doesn't know where he is.
Gemini is down. Corpse is up, and he scoop slams Frankie Frizzo.
Gemini's just biding his time.
To the top rope goes Corpse.
That is a big man going to the top rope.
He goes for the moonsault! And Frankie Frizzo somehow gets out of the way. Corpse may be down for a while after that.
Shades of course of Vader, another big man that is able to do moonsaults.
Gemini saves Corpse from getting the pin, perhaps saving himself number one contendership.
Here comes Gemini back into the fold. I told you Gemini wouldn't be down for long. I told you that. No way, there is no way. Look at the power of Gemini.
Holding Corpse up. Taking him.
Oh, and a brutal pile driver. And a sit-out pile driver. That's 1, 2, 3. No, you've got to be kidding me.
Somehow Corpse found a way to escape from that. Senior referee Malcolm Slick calling for a 2 count there.
How Corpse get out of that, I will never know.
Gemini decides to try his luck with Frankie Frizzo now. Frizzo, of course, has taken most of the damage in this match.
String of woe. That is a very precarious position for your number one contender to be in. What's Gemini doing? Gemini's got him up. Got him in a 5-minute carry position. What is he doing? He's looking at Frizzo. This is not good. This is not going to be good for Frizzo. Onto Frizzo.
And Frizzo,
What brutal impact.
Frizzo's neck may have been hurt severely there. You can see it with that
Should
awkward
be
angle.
it. That should be it. No man can kick out of that. Good night, Street Prince.
And he covers.
1, 2, 3. I told you.
Gemini.
I told you from the very beginning. Gemini was the true number one contender, and he proved it tonight. He beat the 2 best guys. ACPW can throw at him, and he's walking out. He's taking on Big Vito. He's going to take his title.
Takes his number one contendership back from Frankie Frizzo.
Vito,
Him and Vito are destined to meet after all.
Vito can duck Gemini no longer.
Ooh, rather bold words from Gemini calling for the next opponent. Look, we all know who's next to answer with. And here comes Johnny Cisco. Coming with a rebuttal.